Hey guys, back again with another video. As I mentioned in yesterday's video out on Onkita Trail, I figured I'd come up here to Native Avenue and have a look. Last time I was up here, we were looking at helmet orchids. It was about maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago now, I think. Yeah, we're going to come up here. Hopefully we've got some sun orchids up. Should be Telemetra megcalyptra, Telemetra grandiflora, Telemetra rubra. I mean, that about covers the Telemetra up here. There should be Caledonia tentaculata. What else we got? Caledonia carnea. We've already seen some of those up here this season. Yeah, anyway, we'll see what's up. It's a little bit breezy today, which makes filming stuff kind of hard, but we'll see how we go. It is a lovely day, like the sun's out, so hopefully any of the sun orchids that are up here should be out. Have lots of the fringe lilies up and flowering currently. Yeah. I've obviously only just started the walk. Not that it's a big walk, but we're still in the weedy section down next to Native Avenue itself. Lots of these, I think they're freesias or Sparaxis, which are not a native. But yeah, as we get further up, more of what you want to see. Lots of these yellow lilies up as well at the moment. Not quite open. Maybe they're open a bit earlier this morning. I have just seen our first orchid for the walk, which is an onion orchid, Microtus species. Let's go here. Looks like an assassin bug or something like that on it. So these are pretty common at this time of year, pretty much everywhere I go. Yeah, predominantly lilies in this area. Bluegrass lilies, the yellow lilies, and the fringe lilies. Haven't seen any of the Telemetra yet. Alright, I'll keep wandering along as usual, and I will bring you back in when we start seeing them. So I still haven't seen any of the Telemetra, but plenty of Stackhousia and stuff down here. There's just heaps of flowers up and about. Lots of the bluegrass lilies. Just everywhere you look. I did see a bud from a Telemetra grandiflora back a ways, but yeah, not much to look at as a bud, so just left it. We've got a Glossodia major here. They didn't seem to flower in huge numbers here this year. I haven't seen too many husks or anything, or even buds, but so we saw these yesterday out at Onkita. White form and regular form. Just an absolute ton of flowers here. A lot of them also are like the fumaria and stuff, which I'm not sure if they're native or not, but they're certainly very weedy. Various like African sort of plants, you know, cape weed there. continue down this way. Alright, I'm going to keep looking and I'll put you down for the time being. Alright, so we've come up in our first set of Megcalyptra, Telemetra Megcalyptra bulbs, whatever you want to call them. Buds, I think is the word I'm looking for. They haven't opened yet. Does give me hope though. These are well progressed. They should be opening this week if the warm weather continues. This is normally a pretty good spot here for Telemetra. Not seeing any right at this second. I can see plenty of Glossodia major over here though. So, nice patch of them here. This whole area here is like all in the grassland here, on the other side of the fence, and then up through here, just rich with orchids. Here we go, we've got some Telemetra rubra here, I think. Let's have a look. So these are those red sun orchids that I struggle so much with. One there. There's another one here, not quite fully open, so it might be too much in the shade here. There's another one down there as well. There's a couple more there as well that I can see. In previous years I've come up here and they've formed like a real solid clump, like just down in here. They seem a bit more spaced out this year. I can see another few up here. I'm hoping as we get like through some of these sun patches we might see a few more actually open. There is a fully open one down here, so I'm not sure I don't step on any. There we go. This guy in here. Got a few there that have actually opened and flowered already during the week and have finished up. A few more buds down here, some of which have finished for the year already. These guys, a couple more that are open down here. One here. I did just see a stalk of buds, but it's evading me now that I'm at a different angle. That looked like it was a different variety. But yeah, good to see a few there. Come back into the path. Alright, I'm going to put you down while I have a proper look. Oh, just before I do, nice Caledonia tentaculata here. These are probably just starting up here, or starting to throw their flowers up. Did see some leaves last time I was here. I think I've already mentioned in previous videos, incredibly common orchid here in the Adelaide Hills. I'm going to put you down so I can have a proper look and see if we can find some of the blue sun orchids. Alrighty, so we've come up a little further and I've got a good little patch here. We've got some blue sun orchids. And we also have some of the Caledonia carnea down here. So these are quite a small orchid. Another couple of them in here. So these are quite common here at Native Avenue. I didn't actually see them the first few times I came up here, but as I've made repeat visits, I see more and more of them. There's another one down in there, a couple more down in front of me, and another little group over there. We have another Caledonia tentaculata here. Haven't seen quite as many of these today as I might have expected so far. It's the second one that I've noticed. There might have been more around, but only the second one that I've noticed. Right, so we're just going to come over to this side, and we've got a lovely little group of the blue sun orchids here. I think these are Megcalyptra is what I've had these identified as up here. But you know, as I've mentioned previously, I'm terrible with blue sun orchids. I do know that these are large and have many flowers on them. They seem to fit Megcalyptra, so we'll go with that. More purple variants of it down here. A little bit of an awkward angle, but those are nice ones. Glad we've got to see some in flower. These are the only ones I've seen flowering so far. I haven't even seen that many buds, if I'm perfectly honest. Normally see quite a lot, and maybe we'll see some more when we go on the other side. The paddock up there, just like this paddock, has plenty of them. Another tentaculata here. Just a very specky green comb. I probably don't give them the attention they deserve, honestly, just because I see so many of them. Got another one of the blue telemetras over here. Not quite open, that one, or maybe he's closing up for the day. I am sort of mid-afternoon at the moment. Got some more here. Good. Starting to see him now. Really nice flowers. Also got a heap more of the finger orchids down here. Lots to see at the moment. Little group of the tentaculata here. 1, 2, 3. I know I've got a couple of you guys who like the carnivorous plants who watch the channel, so this is I think this is actually a tall sundew, just a short version of it. Flowering. What have we got on the pads? Yep, shield shaped pads there. Really cool. I've only seen the one Telemetra grandiflora bud so far and not any others, so maybe once again we're going to be too early for those this year, but we'll see. Alright, I'm going to take some photos of these Telemetra here and then I'll come back to you. Alrighty, so seeing pretty much what I'm expecting to see up here at the moment. A few of the red Telemetra around. There's quite a nice group down here and a nice cluster here that I'm going to spin you around and show you. Seeing a few of the blue ones, maybe not as many as I would have expected. Starting to see a lot of Caledonia tentaculata now here as we get towards the top of the hill as well. So I'm just going to spin you around. So we've got the, see I've shown you a few now, but yeah, Lots of these guys around. Lots of the, oh, where are we on the camera? Bear with me. There. Lots of the ladyfinger orchids. There is a very nice cluster of the red sun orchids over here. I think they're red ones anyway. They're an odd colour, so maybe they're something different. They show up as quite red on the camera, but they're kind of like a greyish purple colour, so they might be different to the other ones, other red ones been looking at. Also got a different flowering habit, so they're much more of the clustered sort of style, which I was describing earlier. So I'm definitely going to take some photos of these guys. And there's a nice group of these single ones over here as well. So I am 90% certain these are at least 2 different species of the red sun orchids, that cluster, and then these kind of single double flowering varieties. More of the tentaculata up here. Little cluster of them there. Awesome to see. So yeah, I'm just going to take some photos of that group of red ones, and then we'll keep moving up. Still got some donkey orchids here too that are holding on late into the season. Nice little group of the wallflower donkey orchids there. All the leopard donkeys finished up, well, quite some time ago now. The wallflowers flower quite late into the season. Still just haven't seen any huge numbers of the blue ones. Hop across the fence here for a moment. There's a big stand of the single flowering, well, there's all sorts down here. So there's just a field of the finger orchids. Lots of those guys all over the place down here. Also got like a decent stand of the red ones. The Telemetra, I figure these are Telemetra rubra. Quite a lot of them here. Nice little cluster down there of the finger orchids. Whoops. Down there. We got even more of the red ones back there. The tentaculata mixed in amongst them. Got some Glossodia major here too. So I actually got some Telemetra, I can't remember the scientific name. They're the white sun orchid though, so I'm going to show you those as well because I don't see those everywhere. Glossodia major there. But yeah, I didn't notice these when I walked in here, but I don't see many of these. I very rarely see them open, and this is no different, because these are pretty much still closed up. Yeah, the white sun orchid. I'm not sure that I've actually recorded these up here before. So definitely going to be getting a photo of these guys. Really cool. Alright, I'm going to put you down for a moment and do that recording, and then I'll come back. Alright, so we're still in the general area. Well, we're still right next to the white one, and that the group of red ones over here. And we have got a blue one, and it is a different one. So it's not Megcalyptra, it's not Grandiflora. I'm pretty sure this is an Ixioides or a Junkifolia, because I can look in there, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it on camera. But I can look in the flower. It's probably not going to focus. And I can see spots in there. So definitely different to the other blue species we've seen today. So I'm going to try and get a photo. and I'm going to hope we actually see some that are open, because I don't think I've recorded these spotted ones here before either. So that's pretty cool. It's always nice to get a new record, a new personal record anyway, in a spot. Alright. Still just wandering around in the paddock area here, seeing what else I can find. Not found any more blue ones. Did come across this though. There's still plenty of the red sun orchids around. But I have found a couple of white forms of the bluegrass lily, which I did know existed, but haven't seen before. Obviously next to the actual blue form here. I think I'm going to keep heading up the hill. There's lots of blue in here, and it's all, well, 99% of it appears to be the bluegrass lilies. I'm not really seeing any other blue sun orchids. Got to be really careful where I'm putting my feet, because the density of orchids in here is something else. Oh, there is another blue one here. So they seem to be few and far between. Again, he's still pretty closed up. This is probably going to be like another one of the Ixoides ones, or Junkifolia, but I can't tell with it being that closed up. There's still some of the wallflower orchids down here as well. Nice little group of them here. More of the red sun orchids here as well. Heaps around, which is good to see. Alright, I'm going to keep exploring. Alrighty, so we've switched sides of the tracks. I was over there before. Come over this side. It butts up against the horse paddock. It is much harder to see the orchids and stuff through here, because it's much more shaded and sheltered over this side, so you get a lot more of the like grassy stuff growing. But anyway, they're still around. Got a few here. We've got a pretty monted looking Calladenia tentaculata down there. We've got Glossodia major, Calladenia major, whatever they're called these days. Another one there. Also got first sun orchid over this side. A little blue one. No spots on this guy. This could be just a Megcalyptra. Small one, hard to say. Yeah, still seeing him. Having explored that paddock over the other side there a little bit now, there's actually a stack of white sun orchids in there. A lot more than I thought, so that was awesome to see. I'm just making my way through here. So there is sun orchids here. Another blue one here. There's another bud there. So all around. Got to be really conscious of not stomping them over this side. The path is not as well defined. Another little group of them down here. Go in for a closer look. So these guys probably closing up for the day as well. I don't think they'd be opening this late in the day. So yeah, all these ones I'm pretty sure are Megcalyptra. There is a lot of them over this side. I'm not sure what's caused the grandiflora to be so well, absent, I guess is the word. Just not seen them the last couple of years here. First time I came out here, and I've got photos on iNaturalist and stuff, there was just stacks of them. Like that, the edges of the cuttings were just lined with them, but just not seeing them the last couple of years. It's a weird one. I'm not sure what's causing it. whether it's conditions or whether it's, yeah, I don't know, not wet enough to get into flower. It's hard to say. Anyway, we're going to keep plodding along. Still seeing stuff, which is good. I'll show you these before I put you down though. Nice little collection here. Some of the blue ones there. Everybody's favourite. Another blue one over there. Like, these guys are just, I mean, you can see last year's stalks here. Sorry, I'm still zoomed in. Gotta remember to zoom out when I... Last year's stalks, and then this year's flowers coming up right next to them. So these guys are flowering in the same place. Another one here. Another one here. Bigger one there. Another big one there. So these guys are super prevalent over this side. More tentaculata here. Actually got to be careful where I put my feet down. Glossodia major. It's a wallflower donkey there as well. Next to a tentaculata. So yeah, Megcalyptra. Heaps, stacks of them. They're all over the place. Just the grandiflora doesn't seem... Maybe I'm just too early for it. Anyway, rambling a bit at the moment. Glossodia major, tentaculata, Megcalyptra. Oh, there's a really nice Megcalyptra that's completely open, so we'll have a look at that. More here under my feet. Red one here as well. Love this spot. There's just so many orchids and it's so close to home. It's awesome. So I got this one here that's fallen over. But this is the one that caught my eye. The colours on it, just amazing. Just an amazing sun orchid. Alright, I might take some photos of this guy and then carry on. More down behind me here as well. Alrighty, back just walking along the railway line to the last little section we're going to look at. As I mentioned in the last clip, you know, I'm not sure what it is with these Telemetra grandiflora. Maybe I'm just too early, or maybe they're just not flowering at the moment, or this year and last year because of conditions. Really don't know. But yeah, seen a couple of new ones today, which is nice. Still holding out hope that we'll at least see some buds of the grandiflora up here. Again, it's another spot I've taken photos of them in the past, so we'll see. So as you should be pretty used to by now in my Native Avenue videos, we're going to head up this last little cutting here. I mean, you can still see heaps of orchids around. Lots of the purple cockatoos. I had been concerned that they weren't even going to flower this year because I didn't see many earlier on, but, or like in earlier videos in the season, but plenty up and about now. Like, this is where I've taken pictures of the grandiflora in the past, in along this cutting edge, and yeah, orchids here. Just not the ones we're after. And like, I've got Megcalyptra here as well. Haven't opened yet, but they're there. Lots of bluegrass lilies at the moment, stacks of them. Everywhere you look, you're seeing blue lilies. Still a few of these guys hanging on too. There's often some of the blue telemetra up here along a fence as well. Not seeing any from this far back at the moment. It's hard to look in both directions at once. I'm pretty happy with the diversity we've seen today, honestly. Probably still another visit or two from this area this year. We'll endeavour to catch the grander flora here. Still getting our diversity. I haven't filmed any more of them, but I've still seen a few of the onion orchids around as well. They're just not a very exciting orchid to look at, obviously. But yeah, I think we're going to call it there, guys. Thanks for watching again. This video is obviously filmed the day after the last one on Keita Trail, but we're probably going to be I probably won't get it edited and uploaded for a couple of days, so probably a week later by the time this goes up, I would think. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in again, as always. Hooroo.